Did you notice yesterday at the protest? There was no police, there was no armor, there was no dogs, there was no kind of intimidation from the law. Did you notice that? I didn't really see minorities, a couple here and there, but when it seems like it's all minorities, it's police, it's dogs, it's heavy armor with, shields and mask, smoke. Did you notice that as a different kind of protest? Or is it just me? Or did the whole world see this? Do you notice that the tables have turned?
Did you know that yesterday's hands-off protests were peaceful, not because black people didn't show up, but because white people did? Hello, I'm Earl from CBU, Crackers Being Useful, and I want to get into this. I've been seeing some stuff about how peaceful the protests were yesterday, and people are correlating that with the fact that most black people stayed at home. If anything, this proves how aggressive the police are with black protesters. It has nothing to do with the protesters that didn't show up. It has everything to do with the protesters that did show up. It was peaceful because white people are treated differently by the police than black people. And another thing I want to add right here at the end is I'm seeing a lot of stuff from white folks talking about how we got to do something because they were raised white trash, they were raised poor, so on and so forth. I want you to stop for a second. If you've been telling yourself this, if you've been telling yourself that you know the black experience because you are white trash or raised poor, I need you to stop equating poverty with black people. Please. Y'all have a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, so I came across this video on my FYP and I tend to share with you guys where lots of people are talking about the April 5th protest. You already know that it was majority of white people that came out for this protest. They said these hands of protest asking that they deport mugs and a lot of demands they were making, telling the government to hands off their, take off their hands from, the whole firing of people, sacking people, deporting people, a lot of things that they were demanding yesterday. And right now, I see videos of a lot of them also saying that, oh, the whole protest was great, there was no issue, there was no this, there was no that, and they tend to forget why all of that happened in the first place. Where I've got some clips which I'm going to share with you guys. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Give this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section as we watch these videos together. And credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch them. We come back with our commentary.
Either way, we are fixing to have us a little chat about this wannabe warmonger and his weirdly 1940s wish list. First and foremost, this motherfucker says he wants to make our maple-flavored friends the 51st state. The fine folks that provided us with the Geneva suggestion simply said no. They did, however, provide a counteroffer to alleviate half-price Putin of a few states and turn them into provinces. Quick question for Canada. Can y'all put in a bid for Alabama? We are the most biodiverse state in this bitch, and if we could get rid of the racists, we would have this joint rocking. Anyways, as I was saying, our second stop on Save-A-Lot Stalin's World War III tour will be to slide by and see the good people of Panama. But bartender, we have to take the Panama Canal back. The chump-in-chief says it's being abused by China. Shut up, no one cares what Come Over Castro says. It's all made up bullshit. Sorry, sometimes when I am overwhelmed with stupid, I just explode. Fucking Panama. People, at this point, it really seems like he just says stuff so that his supporters stay so spun up they never come to their senses. But I digress, because I have yet to get to Greenland. For those that are perpetually confused about which one is called what, that would be the one covered with ice. Now why, dear viewer, would an island covered in ice be so important to the right-wing wonder boy? The orange-glazed grifter says that it is a matter of national security that we get Greenland, but I would more readily believe that it is because it is rich in rare metals. You know, the kind of metal that the elongated muskrat needs to make his electric vehicles that so magnificently malfunction. Because that makes way more sense to me. Anyways, I will ask you one question, and MAGA, I do want an answer. Were you ever really worried about going to war? Because ever since he said he wants to take these places, I've had about 200 of you agree, and not a single one of you say it's something that should be stopped. Now that is my rant for the day. I am about to batten down the hatches for this winter weather storm. If you are in the South, do me a favor. If it starts snowing, stay off the roads and be safe. If you enjoyed yourself and made it this far, do me a favor and hit them buttons. Maybe even consider becoming a member. If not, that is perfectly okay. Either way, you have you a wonderful day. Keep the motherfucking boots out of your motherfucking mouth. And remember that the golden rule will always remain. Yeehaw, fuck the law. And I will see y'all down the line.
Oh, and if you think that racism doesn't exist and this administration is targeting people of color, I want you to remember that yesterday you guys were able to protest with 0 arrests, no repercussions, go back to work today, live your life, and breathe nice, fresh, clean air, free air. And we're not even talking about the fact that college students expressed that same right to protest against a mass genocide. And one of them and multiple of them have lost their citizenships and been kidnapped on the street and deported to detention centers where they don't deserve to be. Let me say that again. You were able to wake up, go outside, protest the president, go back to work today. You're not worried about nothing. Students risked their education to stand up for people who were being harmed at a mass alarming rate. They stood in solidarity just for people in masks and plain clothes to pull up on them on the sidewalk, throw them in the back of a car, and take them across the fucking world in chains. That is called privilege. And if you stand for that, you stand for nothing.
Now they are coming out to say, oh, the protest was great. There was no disruption. There was nothing. And yet they went back to work. Like they all relaxed, no shock, no ease. They're not thinking about anything. They're not scared of anything. They're not like, oh, what will happen when I get to work tomorrow? Are you sure that nobody saw me? Nobody was wearing a mask. They were all there, went for their whole protest. They didn't cover their faces to prevent people or cameras from capturing them and all that, because they knew within them that nothing is going to happen. Some of them are not just being truthful to themselves. Oh, it's family friendly. This was the best protest ever. We had so many police that they were helping us to block the road off so that people can pass. You know, all of those things that these guys were just there talking. See, you just have to admit it. You guys have more privileges, but you just do not want to accept it. That is to show how racist you guys have been for decades. And yet nobody is admitting this fact. Everybody is just playing low as if nothing is happening. I'm really looking forward to the day these guys will be so truthful to themselves and say, oh, we've actually done this to these people. This is how it has always been. Oh, these people didn't come out because of this. Even though I saw some people who were doing videos and say, you guys say you were not going to come. We did it without you guys. Are you kidding me right now? So people should keep risking their life for your own benefit. Like, seriously, now that you did it, you saw how it is. I'm sure of that. You saw how much these people has put down themselves on the line for a very long time. Wow.
So looking at the news from yesterday's protest, I see not one scratch was laid, not one push, not one shove, not an ounce of resistance. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy everybody was safe. I'm happy nobody got a scratch laid on them. I'm happy nobody got an eyelash out of place. But what that tells us, the people who decided to stay out of yesterday's protest, is that the police know who to meet force with and who not to meet force with. Because for some reason, for all of our protests, not just presently or recently, going all the way back to the civil rights movement, they made it seem like there's no way that they can attend our protests without meeting us with physical force. Because for some reason, they feared for their lives. They had to bring out the dogs. They had to bring out the water hoses. They had to throw people in the streets. They had to hit them in the head with bricks and so forth and so forth. But yesterday's protest that we decided to stay out of for our peace, nobody's reporting getting hit with tear gas. Nobody's reporting to get hit in the face with rubber bullets. Nobody even got a scratch laid on them. And again, I'm not advocating to say they should have got hurt. I'm happy that everybody that attended their respective protests in their city yesterday was 100% safe, because that's how it should be. Nonviolent protest should not be met with force by police. But now, But now, because now we have the data, from yesterday's protests that we can put in our archives and say, well, when we sit out and other people, other minority groups lead the protests, police don't seem to think of them as a threat. Police don't seem to fear for their lives. Police don't seem to bring out the dogs and the water hoses and the bricks to hit people in the head with bricks. Maybe we should continue to sit out of these protests. Maybe we should continue to let other minority groups lead, since they're the safe option to not get harmed by police. I'm just saying. Shout out to the people who decided to lead the protest yesterday. Again, I'm happy that you guys were safe and not an eyelash was out of place. Salute to you guys.
I'm happy that MAGAs went out there and protested and nothing happened. They came back all fine, all good. Super excited for them. But I'm also happy that they took up the initiative to do all of this for themselves, because MAGAs can never do anything that is not for them. Palm-colored people are always that. They always do things that benefit them. That was why they voted for what they are currently facing, and now they have to go speak on their own behalf, okay? Forgetting the fact that people that looks like me actually exist, because they all told them, we are not coming. We protested 5th of November 2024. This is your fight and you got to go do it. And they took up the initiative, took it the bull by the horn and the bull by the horn, and they all went out there and they did their thing. But one thing is sure, nothing happened. There was no police on the street, no dog on the street, nothing. Nobody was like, oh, this happened. There was something that happened in this place. No, everything were okay. Everywhere was calm. Nobody was arrested for one thing or the other. But if it was people like me that came out, you guys already know what would have happened. There's no way that you will not see police on the street. They just feel that, oh, this set of people are aggressive, these other people are very calm. Seriously? Well, guys, share your thoughts with me in the comments. Let's just have that conversation. What do you think about this? Okay, share your thoughts, and please do what, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Okay, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be part of the family. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.